Remember, Ed, when the Kaiser was in his pomp and glory and the Hohenzollerns were at their heights? I was only a kid then, but I thought the Kaiser was about the most active person I'd ever seen. You felt he was ready for war at any time, the bigger the better, and he made all Germany feel it. You know, clanking guns, gleaming bayonets, swords ready to spring at you at any minute. Well, it's the same over here right now.
Neil, the World War was a red nightmare, and it seems incredible that it should have started with such a relatively unimportant event as the assassination of the Archduke Leopold of Austria, and that this should have set the people of the world at each other's throats in a carnage of blood and death, which was to continue through 4 awful years, to cost 5 million lives. War, war. It seemed as though the whole earth had gone mad with the spirit of bloodlust. The standards of generations were swept aside, demolished. Human life seemed as nothing, the cheapest thing with which to satisfy the insatiable hunger of the gods of war, demanding more, ever more. Satan in hell must have laughed as he surveyed it all, this spectacle of wholesale destruction, of legalized murder in the sacred name of humanity. Never before in the history of civilization has such an epoch been chronicled. It was as near chaos as the human race has ever been. We saw the great scientists and laboratories of the world devoting their energy to produce new and terrible weapons of wholesale destruction. And we saw those weapons claiming a human harvest of death such as mankind had never witnessed before. Huge guns that could carry their message of red death for miles. Bombs that could blow whole towns to destruction, dropping from the outraged heavens or spurting up from the lashing waters of the ocean as this new warfare continued its inferno. Men were not satisfied to fight on land or on water. They fought in the air and under the water, where men had never been able to fight before. For since history began, the gods of Mars had never given humans such incredible powers. Never had war taken such a devastating toll. Men were fighting now against elements of which they knew nothing, and before which they were mowed down without a chance for life. Civilization was being educated to a quintessence of horror, of which it had no conception. The price of it all, the little white crosses that tell the true story of every war that was ever fought.